What's up, guys? This is Alexander. So we had a great Periscope yesterday. Topic I was thinking about a lot of questions since yesterday they were very smart questions. A lot of really good questions were asked yesterday about training, about dieting, about general stuff. When we're talking about, we could say exercise and fitness, but when we're really talking about mastering any kind of subject, it could be yourself. There's that question that arises of, do you go harder? So do you do more, or do you train smarter? And there's always that dichotomy, or I guess sort of dichotomous statement of you want to train smarter, not harder, or you want to work smarter, not harder. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter, and vice versa. And the reality is that it's about both. The reality is that any situation will require you to both work a lot and work intelligently. The reality is that it's a continuum, and as you work more, you learn how to work more efficiently slash smarter, and then you can work more because you're working more efficiently. When it comes to training, when it comes to the habits of what I call mastering yourself, how do I get my health in order? Your health is personal mastery. That's how I see it. Your ability to get yourself into a physical working condition that enables you to be energetic, focused, high productive, whatever. That allows you to go off and do whatever it is you want to do. If you do not have your health, then mastering anything, getting to a high level of success in anything, it's going to be more difficult than it needs to be, or it will be self-sabotaging in a way because you might hold yourself back at a certain point and not realize it. So when we want to master ourselves, we want to master our health. How do we go about doing that? Do we work a lot? Do we work harder? Do we work smarter? You do both. You have to do both because relative to your personal pathway of where you're at, that's going to be different person to person to person. There are those individuals that, due to genetic gifts, due to their gifts of circumstance, due to their privilege of where they live, grow up, their economic situation, they can work hard at something and they can get far at it, and they don't need to think about beyond that point of just putting in the work. You got to do the work. The blue collar, homespun wisdom kind of statement. Then there are those people who are disadvantaged either due to, let's just say, shitty genetics. You can't pick your parents. You can't pick where you grew up. You can't pick the fact that maybe you're at a broke stage in your life right now. Whoever you are. Are you young guys, you've probably all been broke at times right now. And yeah, there's certain shit you can't afford with supplements or with food. You're gonna have to keep things simple. So what do you have to do? You have to be smart. You have to be efficient. You have to work both hard and smart. It's gonna be both of these things. So when you're approaching these questions about what should you do, what should I do, you don't want to compare yourself to somebody that's not at the place in your life that you are at. If I have been, like myself, that's why I tell you guys, don't ask me what I do. You can ask, but don't ask. I've been training for, roughly going on almost 15 years now. What I do at this stage of training is different than what I did in year one. You asking me what I do as a comparison as to what you do, that can be a completely disparate comparison. We're at two totally different stages. Now, maybe you've been training a while too, and maybe you have a similar physique to mine, and maybe you have a similar metabolism, so you can say, hey, how are you working out? Maybe you can help me. Sure. But if you're a beginner, if you're someone that's, let's say you're overweight and trying to lose body fat and you've been chunky, or you're just getting into lifting weights for the first time, you're just getting into diet, what I do is not relative to you. You need to look at a beginner level. You need to think of yourself and estimate yourself to be in a position of, I am at the starting stage of this process. What are the foundational things that I have to master? What are the foundational pieces of information that I need to know? What are the basics that are holding me back? And then that is where you begin from. You start wherever you start. You don't start where you want to start. That's two different things. The desire to be ahead of where you're at and go for these higher level pieces of information, these higher level practices, processes, habits, rituals, etc. You can sabotage yourself and you can create ways to fail because you're shooting for goals that are not just beyond your reach at this point, but they're goals that are above your level of competency. There's nothing wrong with saying, one day I want to walk around with a six-pack and be buff and jacked and look awesome. Great, that's a great goal. Where are you at right now? Because you might be 5-10 years away from that. And you have to accept that. It's no different than any other thing. It's no different than making money. It's no different than starting a profession. No different than working for yourself. Are you expecting overnight success? Are you expecting overnight results? It's not going to happen. You have to have that honesty with yourself, and on a nitty-gritty day-to-day basis, Is it working hard or working smart? Simultaneous. Both things at once, existing at one time. You have to do it all. You can't just focus and put your mind to one side or the other side, and that's going to be the way. So, any questions about this? This is a more philosophical Periscope. Any questions, guys? I'll give it like 30 seconds. I should probably do a podcast about this. I've got like 9 different things to do a podcast on. Questions, gentlemen? Or ladies. It's probably like 1 or 2 girls on this too. Yes, no, maybe so, guys. I know there's a delay on this. Alright, no questions. Good talk. Work smart, work hard, do both. Work smart, work harder, work smarter so you can work more. Get it done. Talk to you guys again.